Okay, it's me, Mr. Midshipman, and I'm going to replace this, I think it's called the spigot, right here, this thing. Don't even know, because you know what, where I live, I don't have to be a licensed plumber. They're going to charge you like $100 for this. I paid 20 bucks on Amazon. If you don't believe me, I think you know how to do the Amazon. Look at that. Brushed stainless steel. This is the one from the Moan kit that I got Home Depot. This is mowing, and look, it's plastic. Even this. Well, you didn't really think that was gold, did you? Just put it on there and break a son of a bitch. It's plastic. If you got one, don't worry about it. Use any of them. I'll show you why I replaced this. Because, see, this spigot sticks out further. Just enough. That it's going to go over top of this right down here, see? See, that thing's always running right on top of that thing. Drives you nuts. Been doing that for years. And they wasn't going to pay $100 for one of these, so you can get this on Amazon. And also, they'll tell you, if it has one of these holes, it's a slip-on. Nope, it's not a slip-on. Look, see? It's a screw-on. You screw it on, 1/2-inch NPT, which means National Pipe Thread. So if you're going to abbreviate stuff, at least tell people what you're saying. So you put the strap on. It even's got a little cute little arrow on there. Put that right on there. Pull it real tight. And like I said, if it don't work, it don't really matter. And then you can just turn this one off. But the slip-on ones have an Allen screw, or what they call socket cap today because of lawsuits. And you just turn it. Counterclockwise. I noticed at least you start doing it. You're saying that now. So anyway, it didn't work out like you wanted it to. See this? See? Mowing. Cheap plastic. What happened was, it actually just kept turning and turning. That's why I cut it out. Like I didn't know what I was doing. So you really didn't need that strap wrench. And look, it turned right off this crappy glued plastic piece right here. See? Like a bottle cap. So the stronger it was. And there's the thread. And I wasn't sure, but I used pipe dope there. You really should use tape, because then you wouldn't have that hardening there. See, I believe that's metal. Hopefully it is. Stainless steel. That way the threads will just go right into that. But while we're looking at this piece, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And it's stainless steel. Not too sure about those threads in there yet, but you know, we got a way of checking that too. Just tap it with a screwdriver and you can hear. But now, did you realize that it didn't really matter whether you just busted this thing up with a hammer and took it off with your cheapo cast iron monkey wrench, because the freaking stuff ripped right out anyway. And now it's going to be fixed right. Yep. Really happy with that. 20 bucks, and you'd pay $100 plus the plumber to do it. Go call a plumber and tell him you need a new you gotta give it a hard crack or you'll have everything screwed up. See? It's not as bad. It's still pop. You see how I'm pasting it on my finger? It's still good, but if it starts to harden on these threads, then you really have a bugger of a time like it did here. Pretty sure that's what happened. See what I mean? That plastic thing just spun on there. You can see where I was wearing it down. Total junk. Home Depot'd out. So yeah, well, you have this piece, you might as well stick it in there, see? And you can see that it's, yeah, because that's recessed in there. See? Are you doing the math? Are you adding real quick? Fudging it, it's called? Fudge math. It's called, yeah. I'd say, if we measure this nipple here, go buy a new one, They're expensive, even at Home Depot. I'd say we need one about an inch longer. So like I said, to get the job right, I'm going to get 2 of them and put a coupler in here. So when I spin them together, they all tighten together, and that way you have a perfect fit with room to play. Yep, perfect. So you measure this, right? And then you add an inch to it, and that's the size you need. Pretty simple stuff there, wasn't it? And you go pay that guy, what, $100? You have to, because you live in New York City. We could stick this on here. We just won't have the shower facility right there. When you pull that, sets the shower. And, yeah, watch. Oh, awesome. See? And you know what? It doesn't really, after I did that, I learned right now that you really don't even need to tighten it that much, because it's not going to leak and run down the wall. You don't have to get in there and crank it up like a football player would do. So, anyway, I have these extra parts laying around. Like, first I took this nipple and the wire brush. They're made out of stainless steel now, wire brush. And then I have this cast iron nipple, which is really a sloppy job. And by the way, from what I heard, a licensed plumber, they have to use all new parts. They can't reuse this, so they're going to charge you for a new one. Brass now. I believe brass is a semi-precious metal. So, I might only need to buy just this. A brass coupler. See, and I know it's 1/2 inch because, see? Look. It says 1/2 inch. Yeah. So we have this nipple, doesn't it? What's going on there? And then we can just like, and this is brass or stainless steel threads too. So we'll just put that in there so you get the idea. So that's about what I expect you to do. Right? It's about your speed. Now that's a closed nipple. Yeah, well, they really get in there tight right away. But not so tight. You can't turn them without screwing the threads up. Gently now. Rah, rah, rah. Oh, I like that. The closed nipple might be just all we need. But you know what? We're going to have to file some of that away there if we were to do it that way. So this fits. So yeah, you need some parts to play with till you get it right. I know, it goes in. No, it doesn't. So we're talking that much of a distance. So when I take that whole piece out again, I'm going to make sure that it's, which, you want to bet? 3/8 of an inch. What do you think? Want to put money on it? But you gotta admit, this is fun. I mean, there's like a foot of snow. I guess snowboarding's fun. But when this is done, don't forget this is my Whirlpool tub with the free hot water that nobody seems to care about unless I'm an idiot. Then they like your videos. Case in point, go and look. So there it is. I took up a new technique because I didn't tell you, but I don't like driving anywhere, period. It's, if you look it up on the internet, it costs about $2 a mile. You know, you catch wear and tear. So I went with a new method. I used a piece of this old copper pipe that I have. Boy, is that old copper pipe heavy. And then I found these 2 pieces. I have an old Rubbermaid roughneck box with these pieces. A few laying around, you know. It's always good to keep them in stock. And like I said, there's about a foot of snow. Everybody knows what it's like. It's 2014, January 6th. So now we're going to solder these on there. That we got them just perfect. And then we're going to put it together. and take a nice hot bath. Yep, there you go. Alright, here's the pipe. And guys was wondering why I wear gloves. I go, why do you wear the gloves? Because see, I bought these gloves and look how dirty they are. Stuff doesn't seem to wash out. Now these gloves, see, you can see the snow. See how I cooled the pipe off. That's why I wear these gloves. Yeah, I'm thinking of like OJ. That's why you'd ask that question. It's like you're wearing like these fashion gloves, Gucci gloves or something. So yeah, just take your hand. See the solder? How nice I got it. It's because I just wiped the solder off with these leather gloves like this. And yeah, you burn your hands. See all the snow melting and dripping? Now, like I said, I'm not using this type because I got to drive to the store and I hate driving. And this one here, I'm not showing off. I already made a mistake. See, you probably can't see the difference, but by the last time I screwed it in, it just wasn't going to be tight enough. So I made it about 1/8 of an inch longer, which I could have just drifted these out and then soldered them, but I wanted them all butted up inside there, nice and tight. So these are brand new. This is black because it's old copper. See, and this old copper is really heavy, heavier than the heaviest copper made today. There's 2 different or 3 different grades of copper. I only have access to 2. So, and it's very expensive. So I just used the old stuff. And the way I got that clean was, I buy one of those wire wheels for my electric drill if I was you, but I got a regular bench, you know, grinder with the pedestal, and then I put the 10-inch wire wheel on the end, and I just zip all that black crud off. You got to clean it, and then you got to put that new stuff on it, you know. So now we can take these gloves off, and we just have these on. See, look how dirty they are. Yeah. So I think the rest of you know that it's just somebody trying to be funny or something. So now we'll just put the Teflon tape on here. And we're using gas Teflon tape because I left the other stuff out in the car. I mean out in the boat. So you just take the Teflon tape and just wrap it on there about 3 times. Pull it tight. Then you just put this in the hole. We don't have to drive to the store. Look how long that sucker is. And now we can stick this on here. And stick my dirty sneaker in there. And see, it's just about super tight. One more turn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And there it is. Look at that. Perfectly tight. That's why we made it perfect. We wanted it perfect. It's the purpose to show you I'm not perfect. But the job is perfect. See? Let's give it a go. Oh yeah, see? Look at that. It doesn't hit that no more. Remember how it was hitting? Now we'll just run a little bit of that in there. And we'll get some of this Comet right here. I found the most economical. Sprinkle that in there. Because I've stuck my sneaker in there. So you see, if I wanted to get that Teflon tape, I'm outside now. It's about 15 degrees, that's what they said in town. And you can hear I don't live in town. But yeah, see, it's practically gator height. You need snowshoes if you're really gonna go. And here's my boat. And there's just as much snow on that. So I have to go through the fore hatch, go all the way back into the cockpit. where I had that Teflon tape, if you remember. That's where I left it lay, and that satchel case that I have back there. So that's it. You hear how quiet it is here? Don't you just like that? Look how quiet it is. And the moon is right above me. I believe that's the moon.